One of the features of Jamaica, the old Jamaica, is that whenever disasters struck, particularly external, unexpected ones, like the ones that we are experiencing now, weather-based, climate-based disaster, we would have to borrow.
Bless up my people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. And in this one my people, major road crises and health crises still plaguing Jamaica. And my people, me about to show you a video as it pertains to the Kingston Public Hospital, where patients are seen seated on chairs, my people. So lack of beds and bed spaces. Yet still, our Minister of Health, Tufton, says money is not the issue. And that his hands are tied. So I don't know what he mean by that, my people. However, we even seen where a teacher faces a surgical hurdle in which she's supposed to get a hip surgery, my people. And her husband right now is held between a rock and a hard place because the medical supplier refused to accept a commitment letter from the Ministry of Health to pay for the apparatus. That's the equipment, the material that they're going to use in his wife's critical surgery. The supplier states of unpaid debts from the Ministry of Health and Wellness as the reason for the refusal. And so right now, the teacher can't get fit do our major surgery, my people. It's said that the ministry owes them over $400 million, and we've seen where medical mission had came for a little girl to do her surgery, and the environment was not conducive for the surgery to be done. Broken AC that was supposed to be fixed almost 10 months ago, my people. This is the reality of our healthcare system right now in this day and age in Jamaica.
Are you set? Good morning, guys. We are currently at the Clonmel Health Center. The door is currently locked. We've been asking maintenance to open for a couple of weeks now, and we haven't been getting any attention as relates to that. Right now, nurses on the outside in our vehicle assisting our patients as well as the other nurses and our assistants.
Now, my people, with the passage of Storm Raphael, my people, we've seen where it dumped almost 10 inches of rain in Jamaica, flood out a whole heap of areas. And my people, a whole heap of breakaways in the road infrastructure has taken place. And in this particular video I'm about to show you, my people, it's the Ryan area there in northeast St. Elizabeth, where we see now the PNP caretaker Zulika Jess is basically calling on the Member of Parliament to come and sort out the issue. This is a major emergency, my people. So the road between Silo and Magate to Balaclava has basically collapsed, my people. And on more than one instance now we see roads are collapsed. Back then I did a video even in the whole West Rural St. Andrew area, and we see the people get trapped, so to speak.
So I am here at Ryan. Most of you would have probably heard by now that the road has actually collapsed, and so we have a situation where Silo Division, persons coming from Magati as well, have been cut off from Balaclava. This is the only roadway that connects the two major communities of Silo, Magoti to Balaclava without having to go a long circuitous route. And so we know that this is a problem that has been long in the making. Councillor Myers has been speaking about it for in excess of 2 years, 2.5 years, speaking about the issue and the problem that will happen if it is that the road is not fixed. And unfortunately, we see what has come to pass with the rain that has fallen over the past few days. The road has actually collapsed. And so we're using this opportunity to call on the relevant authorities, and particularly the Member of Parliament who has not visited the area since the road has collapsed. He has not responded to the issues that had been raised from months and years ago, alerting him as to the problem that we have here with the poor state of the roadway. He has not addressed that. And so I'm using this opportunity to reach out to the Member of Parliament to ask him to allocate some of the emergency funds that he has to assist with this emergency road repair that needs to take place. We need to know how much money is left for emergency road work to be done. If it is that the Member of Parliament has no more money left in the emergency fund kitty, then we need the MP to reach out to the National Works Agency, because he is the only one who has that authority. This is not a parish council road. This is an NWA road that the MP has responsibility for. And so he has the power to reach out to the NWA and ask the NWA to actually allocate some of their own emergency funding to assist with the repair to this road, because it is clearly an emergency. We have children who have to be going to school. We have farmers who will need to traverse the roadway. And when you put them to travel through the alternative roadway, which is not a government road, it is actually a private estate road through the sugarcane. It is a dangerous alternative route. Many of you already know about the spate of crime that we have had in the constituency of Northeastern St. Elizabeth. So for you to be putting people to travel through the cane piece, it's bad during the days, but it is even worse at night. And aside from the violence that can be meted upon persons, we're very concerned because the roadway is very narrow. We've already had 2 separate accidents between yesterday taking place during the sugarcane roadway. So it's not a viable option. Added to that, we're still in the rainy season, and so we're very, very deeply concerned that unsuspecting travelers through the cane piece may very well find themselves in a situation where the bridge is flooded and we have a deeper tragedy than the one that already exists here. So we're really, really begging and beseeching the relevant authorities. We're calling upon the Member of Parliament to do what he is required to do, and that is to make sure that funds are allocated for emergency road repair to take place as it relates to the Raheen Road. It cannot continue like this. Right now the communities are marooned, and what we're going to have later on, you're going to hear that taxi fare going to have to increase because of the poor road condition and the long route that they're going to have to take. And when fares increase, people are already feeling the economic burden. And so things are only going to get more and more expensive because it's going to pass on. The farmers will have to pass it on to us as consumers. The taxi drivers will have to pass it on to the passengers. We're really appealing to the relevant authority, to the Minister of Works, because this is a situation that had been brought to the attention of the government before. And so we're appealing to them to reach out to the National Works Agency and have the requisite funding be put in place so as to address what is clearly a clear and present danger.
So now me want know who them a buy the marl or the malt from. The infrastructure of the roads them very poor. Me go even show no one where the retainer wall over there on the highway in St. Thomas gone.
And we're here. And we're here. And oh my God. Oh my flipping God, brother. Under the hollow dog. Oh my God, man. This is the new road.
One of the features of Jamaica, the old Jamaica, is that whenever disasters struck, particularly external, unexpected ones, like the ones that we are experiencing now, weather-based, climate-based disaster, we would have to borrow. It would have a significant fiscal impact. The implication is not just that we will have to borrow to finance, the implication is that you will have to pay more taxes to eventually finance the borrowing. And I'm saying this to the public so that it gets into our consciousness, so that we appreciate that Jamaica has changed, and changed in positive ways. We have a multi-layered disaster risk response mechanism, which we didn't have 5 years or so ago. In other words, this is a new development in our government, which all Jamaicans should be proud of. And one of the reasons why we have been able to say that for the life of our administration, you have had no net new taxes, it's precisely because we have transformed the way in which we manage your affairs. We have created fiscal buffers that are what we have used to support our response to disasters. And we have developed the National Natural Disaster Risk Financing Mechanism. And what that is we have made budgetary allocations to create buffers, which we have put into a contingency fund. That fund is approximately about 5 billion Jamaican dollars. And we use that to respond to disasters as they occur. We will be able to fund the damage from this most recent unexpected shock from what we have budgeted. In other words, Jamaica is at the stage where instead of borrowing to finance, what we do is we now set aside from the budget to be able to finance these things. It's a big change. It's multi-layered because what I've just outlined is just one element of the response, and we do have insurance in the CRIF. So if there are weather events that meet a certain threshold, then we can draw down on that insurance. Jamaica did something quite novel and innovative. We issued a catastrophe bond. We're the first to do it in this region, the first small country to do it. And if the weather event is of a particular significance, then we have resources that we would get from that as well. So we will be able to respond to these disasters.
Go ahead and share your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Notification shout out goes to Outer Many One people. Big up yourself, Outer Many One people. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.